And so whatever comes forward is exactly what you need for today. So just be receptive, be open to what is meant for you to receive today. Sometimes people feel, just to give you an idea of what people feel afterwards, is that sometimes either people feel grounded, or they feel lighter, depending on what they need, because sometimes we need to kind of, let go of some old stories, and you'll feel that, especially in the shoulders. Sometimes you need some grounding, and then so you'll feel like maybe a little heavy. So that will show up also. So, or maybe you'll just feel some shifting within, because that's how energy works, right? It works on all levels of your being, right? So just be open and receptive to what is meant for you and what is meant to come forward. And so I'm going to get started. So go ahead and allow yourself to get centered in your heart, and we're going to drop down our consciousness down into our hearts right now, because that's where our power emerges from. And anything you want to shift in your life, this is where it begins. It begins in the heart. So let's activate this now with 3 powerful heart breaths, which means you're going to breathe, you're going to inhale and exhale from your heart. So inhale now into your heart, and release any energy flow that does not serve you right now. Inhale light straight into your heart. And exhale any frequency that does not serve you. Inhale light into your heart. And just letting go of your day so far, your week so far, even though I know it just started for many of you, or your month so far. Just letting that go, letting that shake out. So actually, one thing that first came in as I opened up this energy field for all of you, for all of us, it was almost like a bouquet of flowers, right? And the words I'm hearing are welcome. And I'm hearing some words, so I'm going to take a moment to receive that message. And the energy I'm hearing, welcome, your journey is just beginning. And so I'm inviting you to take that bouquet of flowers that you're being presented with right now, and just allow yourself to just kind of firmly plant that in the soil in front of you. And, because we are in this powerful energy field, so many powerful things can happen. And so as we basically plant this bouquet into the earth in front of us, it is now emerging as a garden. And of course it emerges very quickly, right? Because that's how energy works. It's very quick. And so it's literally this flower bed that has just kind of populated itself right in front of you. And so what this is showing, and I know flowers have been coming in a lot for me recently, which is peculiar because I'm right in the middle of winter. I'm in the East Coast in New York City, and there's nothing growing right now in the East Coast, or at least in New York City, plant-wise. So, or at least in terms of flowers. So just allow yourself to notice all the different species of flowers that are emerging. I'm seeing some daisies, I'm seeing some roses, some lilacs, some sunflowers, seeing all these beautiful, and of course I'm seeing roses show up as well. And this is very interesting because all these different flowers all have not only a different energy and a different frequency. Each one has a very special gift that they share with us, right? Because I mean, a lot of the essential oils that are out there are distilled from all of this plant medicine, and so they each have an energy. And so not only that, but what I'm also noticing is that there's a lot of sacred geometry that they are offering you right now, especially, of course, the sunflower and the roses, but really all of nature is presenting you with powerful light frequency transmissions right now, today, right here during this transmission. And so I'd like for you to go up to the flower that you are drawn to the most, right? Whatever that is in your flower bed. You may or may not even be able to identify it. That's okay. Some of these flowers may even be cosmic in nature, and that's because a lot of you are star seeds. So just allow yourself to receive whatever intuitive pull you're getting to approach one specific flower that's in this spontaneously populated flower bed that is in front of you right now. And I'd like for you to go and just bend down and take notice of this flower. And if you like, you can gently pluck it from the flower bed, or you can simply admire it from where you are and hold it gently, cupping it in both hands. And as you do so, allow yourself to receive the energy as it starts to bloom very softly, but also very powerfully, right? Because just because things are soft or quiet does not mean that they are not powerful. That's part of the divine feminine. The divine feminine works that way oftentimes. It's oftentimes, I mean, there's all different aspects of the divine feminine, but one of these aspects is that it can seem subtle, it can seem quiet, but that is because there's this intuitive trust, right? And that's an aspect of what you are all being invited to right now, is to intuitively trust your information that you're getting right now as you are receiving the energy and the sacred geometry of the flower that is that you're in front of right now, the one that called you. And so as you are either holding or observing this beautiful flower that you've chosen to, that you were drawn to, right? Allow that flower to bloom. And as it's blooming, it's actually kind of releasing. I'm seeing kind of sacred geometry symbols and forms. And so they're now just coming forward. They're coming forward, and it's almost like they're coming forward, and allow them to actually direct those sacred geometry symbols into your heart. And so you may be able to identify some of them, they might just be, unfamiliar, and that's okay. Just allow yourself to receive whatever sacred geometry symbols are coming forward. I'm seeing all different kinds. I'm seeing one for Metatron, who is the, I think they are the scribe archangel. That is a scribe archangel. So if there's any writers out there, I'm sure that's very relevant for you right now. I'm also seeing that Sri Yantra, which is that beautiful sacred geometry that our star families have kind of drawn into the earth at different times. One of the most recent times being when, and I'm not going to get too deep into this, but just there have been times where, humanity has attempted to, send nuclear arms and activate nuclear arms to be sent to different countries. And they have literally been deactivated by our star families on purpose because, they're trying to help us. So after the most recent one where that had occurred, they actually left the Sri Yantra symbol in the earth for us to see. And that was a really powerful symbol. So that symbol is coming forward. I'm also seeing the flower of life coming forward. So whatever is coming forward for you, just allow yourself to receive those very special to you. This is all for you individually. Allow yourself to receive these powerful symbols in your heart. So they're landing one by one, and kind of like your heart is this landing pad for all of this beautiful sacred symmetry, sacred geometry to come in. And so what this is reminding you is that it all is orchestrated, right? The orchestration of your power is what I'm hearing. Your life force is being optimized right now. And so you can take that as you wish, whatever, if it's in your body, if it's in your energy field, whatever is coming forward for you that needs to be receiving some powerful upgrades. We're bringing that forward. into this optimization of your light frequency right now. So that's happening in your heart. And I'm actually kind of seeing almost like a little pot of gold in your heart. It's really funny. I've been seeing pot of golds here and there. So that's interesting. That's coming forward now. And I'm also seeing kind of like the back door of your heart kind of open, and from the back and also from the heart at the front, there are like gold coins that are just kind of streaming out, like you're almost kind of like, you know, when you're in Vegas and you hit the jackpot and then all this money starts pouring out. That's kind of what I'm seeing at your heart from the front and from the back. And so you're just pouring out this infinite abundance that is coming forward from your heart. And the interesting and powerful thing around that is that when we are really allowing us to tap into the frequency of our hearts, and then tapping into the frequency of what makes us powerful, right? And then I'm talking about the truth of your power versus anything that's associated with corruption or greed or manipulation, because that's not really power. That's false power. And that has nothing to do with what work that we are calling in right now. So right now, this power through your heart is it's almost kind of like an activation of your power showing up as wealth, showing up as love and purpose. So this is all also aligned with your purpose. So kind of shifting some things right now to kind of line things up, basically, because some of you have some things that are out of alignment. So we're just kind of shifting things and kind of scooching them together and just really allowing them to align in terms of your frequency so that you may be able to really receive this transmission optimally. And so just allow yourself to feel that adjustment. So it might feel subtle, it might be something you feel like a click in your system or in one of your chakras or your energy centers, you know, that go down the midline. We all have them. And so just allow yourself to feel that. And the abundance from your heart is pouring out infinitely, right? And that's the truth, is that when we are fully in touch with our high vibrational frequency, we are not really tapping into our personal energy reserves. We are simply channels of source energy. And so we're tapping that into, I'm tapping that into all of you right now. So you're each getting this beautiful kind of reception of this powerful, like white gold column of light that is entering through your crown chakra and is energizing this frequency of the optimization of your light, of the optimization of this power that is in alignment with your wealth, in alignment with your purpose, alignment with your light in your heart, and is assisting with this activation of your powerful light. And so, you know, I know that sometimes I've spoken with some of you, and sometimes you get very nervous about being in full radiation of your light. And so I invite you all right now to fully allow all of your radiance and your brightness to just burst forth, just kind of like if you were like a sun, and you just cracked open the sun that you are and just allowed yourself to radiate pure light frequency from 360 degrees, and just allowing that to just burst forth. Just let that go. Just let it go. Allow yourself to emerge in full radiance. And as you do so, you are also powering up your sacred flower bed in front of you. Because the sacred flower bed is not just any old flower bed, right? It's like each of them have a very specific purpose, have a very specific energy, and have a very specific connection to you to assist you with your journey. So just know that whenever you desire, you can just kind of close your eyes, get into your heart, get into a moment of stillness and revisit this very powerful sacred garden within your system, within your heart, really. I mean, your heart is really creating this reality. And just allow yourself to access the fruits of this garden, right? The fruits being the light energy, the frequency, the sacred geometry, the whatever is coming forward, because they each have a gift, right? Sometimes it might be sacred geometry. Sometimes it might be a light frequency that you were requiring in order to up level, but you can go back to the sacred garden whenever you desire. So allow yourself to now place your hands over your heart and just allow all of that to just stir and integrate into your system. Allow yourself to receive this. Allow all of that to percolate and activate, and I'm always talking about effervescence because it just feels very light when we go into these transmissions. Like it just feels like all these little bubbles just kind of bloop, 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 just like as if, you know, like in a champagne glass or something. So that's what I'm seeing going on right now. So just allow that to integrate in your heart, allow that to radiate out into the rest of your body, out past your skin, out into your aura, out into as far as you'd like to go, because the honest truth is that you're limitless and you are only limited by what you think you're able to create. So put that in your hat, and that's something to keep in mind too, right? And then when you're ready, just allow yourself to come back to your center, come back to the room. And with each of the subsequent 7 breaths that you take, you are integrating all of this powerful energy. Okay, come back from wherever you went.